Let's talk about our stoichiometry with our balanced chemical equation. We are going to use our roadmap. Okay, we're identifying here. We're talking about our moles of something else. Okay, going from moles to moles of something else. So our balanced chemical equation will be our road. Let's do one. Remember that these 2's are there because this is diatomic. So let's figure out what we do. Our first step is always going to be to balance. So first we have to balance our equation. We have hydrogen and oxygen. We identify how many we have. We realize we need to fix this oxygen, so we put our 2 in front. That gives us 4 hydrogens. So we need to put a 2 in front of that. Now we're balanced. So let's look at our question. We have 6 moles of oxygen gas. We want to know how many moles of water. So we start with what we're given. Okay, and what these coefficients are telling us is they're telling us how many moles are equal to how many moles of something else. So this is saying that 2 moles of hydrogen are equal to 1 mole, remember chemists are lazy so no number means 1, of oxygen are equal to 2 moles of water. So we're going to use that to solve our problem. So we have our 6 moles of oxygen. We're trying to get to water, and we know there are 1 mole of oxygen per 2 moles of water. So our 1 mole will go on the bottom to cancel out 1 mole of oxygen to 2 moles of water. This is why it's so important that we're labeling what we're talking about. Our moles of oxygen cancel out, and we have 12 moles of water. Okay, let's try another one. Alright, here are our steps. So first, we're always going to write the equation in chemical form, in case it gives us words. Okay, 2, we're going to balance it, like we just did. And 3, we solve, asking what we're given, what we're looking for, and what rows we're going to cross. You can always jump back to your roadmap. Alright, let's solve this one. Given barium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid yields water and barium chloride. What do we do? So first, we have to write it in formula form. Already done for us. Next, balance it. And if you're comfortable balancing without doing all these steps, feel free to go ahead. You don't have to write all this. Okay, so we identify what we have. Okay, remember we save oxygen and hydrogen for the end. So let's start with our barium. All set. Chlorine. To fix our chlorine, so we put our 2 here. That fixes chlorine and changes hydrogen. Okay, oxygen we save for the very end, so let's do hydrogen. We need a 2 here. Okay, and that changes oxygen, and we are all set, balanced. Now let's look at what we're solving for. We were given 18 moles of barium chloride, and they want to know how many moles of hydrochloric acid. So we start with what we're given. Okay, we draw our H. Now how are we going to get from barium chloride to hydrochloric acid? Barium chloride doesn't have a number, so chemists are lazy, we know that's 1. Hydrochloric acid has 2 moles, so there's 1 mole of barium chloride for every 2 moles of hydrochloric acid. 1 mole of barium chloride goes on the bottom to cancel out. 2 moles of hydrochloric acid goes on the top. Barium chloride cancels out, and we're left with 36 moles of hydrochloric acid. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, if we're given ammonium nitrate plus lithium sulfate yields ammonium sulfate plus lithium nitrate, how many moles of lithium sulfate are needed to react fully with 7 moles of ammonium nitrate? So first step, we have to write our equation. Ammonium nitrate, ammonium is NH4 plus, nitrate is NO3 minus. Okay, lithium is Li plus, and sulfate is SO4 2 minus. Now let's write our equation. So we have NH4, NO3, plus we cross Li2SO4, yield ammonium sulfate plus lithium nitrate. Okay, our next step is to balance. Okay, I'm going to balance without writing all the steps. So my balancing is going to look like this. I have 2 ammoniums. I have 2 lithiums, and now I'm balanced. So now we can start writing our equation. How many moles of lithium sulfate are needed to react with 7 moles of ammonium nitrate? So there's our given, and there's what we're looking for. So start with your given. 7 moles of ammonium nitrate. Okay, and we're trying to get 2 moles of lithium sulfate. So let's look at our numbers. We're going from ammonium nitrate to lithium sulfate to react fully. So how many moles of ammonium nitrate? Here. 2 moles of lithium sulfate. Let's write it now. So we have 2 moles from this 2 there. And this we know is a 1 because chemists are lazy. So we have 2 moles of ammonium nitrate, and that goes on the bottom because they have to cancel out. And then we can go back to our 1 mole of lithium sulfate. Okay, so now we do our math. 7 divided by 2, 3.5 moles of lithium sulfate. Okay, now you try.